Going to go over Socrative from the teacher perspective here. So you can either type in this address or you can just search Socrative teacher and it'll prompt you to log in. You log in and then the bars that you're going to look at up here, launch, is where you're going to launch a quiz if you already have a quiz created. You might go to quizzes. This is where you can edit current quizzes that you have or add a quiz, which is creating a new one. And then results is where you would go to see how the current results are for the one that you're running. So you run one quiz at a time, and basically this is the results table of it. So I'm going to go to quizzes and I'm going to go to add quiz. And if I create a new one, I just get to choose what kind of questions I can add. So it's very user friendly. Once I click that multiple choice, I just put in the question. I can also put in a picture of the question. So I use screenshots a lot here. And then I just would do like, answer A, answer B, if it was a multiple choice within the question here. So that would be how you would create one. I'm going to just go to one that I already have. And so this is an example of one that I already have that I had just had the questions here that were multiple choice, and then I easily put in the answers. This saves a ton of time. And so once I do that, I don't have to worry about typing in all the questions and the answers. And so when you add questions, you can do short answer, multiple choice, true, false. And so once we have this created, if I do save and exit, then if I launch the quiz, I'm just going to go ahead and launch this one. It's going to give me some options. So one of the options that I can do is I can do instant feedback. If I do that, then I have other options as well over here, depending on what we want. But instant feedback, if I show question feedback, there's actually a place where we can, for each question, if they miss it, it'll actually give them feedback. Showing final score will help them at the end to show them how they did. Probably don't want to mess with the shuffle questions or shuffle answers with the way that I have it set up. If you're typing in your own answers, you can certainly do that. So instant feedback would be a great tool for students to see are they on the right track. Open navigation. This is one that we use a lot for tests and quizzes if we're giving them via Socrative. It's where students can go back to different questions, they can return to questions, and you can also have them show the final score if they would like. But open navigation works pretty well if you want students to be able to go back to different questions. Teacher Pace is probably the least common used one that I use anyway, and that's where you control the pacing. And so if let's just do instant feedback. So once I start this activity, this is where I'm going to see the results of this. And all that we're going to have students do is we're just going to have them go to Socrative student. The login. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask them for the room name. The room name that we have up here is Chrisman. That's the room name I'm using. So if I type in Chrisman, and I click join, from the student end, now I enter my name. Better get all these questions right. And now I have the first question. So I can answer that question. I submit answer and see I can get instant feedback. And then I can go to the next question. And if I submit that one, it'll give me the correct answer. And so I can do this, and then at the very end I will see my results. So this is just one way with the way that I had it set up that you can actually give students instant feedback, which I like doing a lot because I want students to know how they're doing. If it's a test or a quiz, maybe I don't allow that, and maybe show them the final score, or maybe not. So that's just a quick overview of getting you started. Now on the teacher end, just showing you this was my login. You can look at this by score percent. You can do score, like how many they got correct. And it's just you can hide the names if you want to show the results to someone who you may not need to know the names. And then once you're finished, you can finish it. It's going to give you a few options, maybe. If I finish the activity, then I can do reports, and I can email it, I can download it, I can do whatever I need to do to save that report. So that's a quick overview to get you started with Socrative Student and Socrative Teacher. Very user-friendly for students and very helpful on the teacher end as well.